Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to explore some of the most fascinating Lincoln wheat pennies in American coin history. These classic 1-cent coins are loved by collectors for their rich history, iconic wheater design, and potential collector value. From wartime-era pennies to post-war issues, each coin has its own unique story and historical significance. Stay with us until the end as we uncover the history, interesting facts, key features, and collector appeal of these remarkable Lincoln wheat cents. You might even discover that a coin in your collection is more special than you think. Let's get started. The 1952 D Lincoln wheat cent is one of the classic United States 1-cent coins from the popular Lincoln wheat penny series. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, represented by the small D mint mark located below the date on the obvious. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln. The 1952 D issue continued a long-running wheat cent design that had become one of the most recognizable coins in American history. Millions of these pennies circulated throughout the United States during a period of economic growth following World War II, making them an important part of everyday commerce and American culture. On the front of the coin, collectors can see the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that revolutionized American coinage because it was the first regularly circulating U.S. coin to feature an actual historical person. Around Lincoln's portrait appear the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," while the date and mint mark identify the year and place of production. The portrait displays remarkable artistic detail, including Lincoln's hair, facial features, and coat. Even on circulated examples, the dignity and realism of the design remain evident. The obverse reflects both national pride and respect for one of America's most influential presidents, whose leadership during the Civil War preserved the Union and helped end slavery. The reverse side of the 1952 D wheat penny features two wheat ears curving along the left and right edges of the coin. Between the wheat stalks appear the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while the Latin motto E pluribus unum is displayed across the upper portion. The wheat ears symbolize agricultural prosperity and the nation's productive strength. This reverse design was used from 1909 through 1958 and became one of the most beloved coin designs in U.S. numismatic history. The simple yet elegant layout makes the denomination easy to identify while providing a classic appearance that continues to attract collectors today. The 1952 D Lincoln wheat cent were produced using a bronze alloy consisting primarily of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. During the early 1950s, the United States Mint maintained high manufacturing standards, and many examples display strong strikes and attractive surfaces. Freshly minted pieces exhibited a bright red copper color that gradually toned into shades of brown or red-brown after years of circulation and exposure to the environment. Collectors often classify surviving examples according to their color designation, with fully red specimens generally commanding greater premiums because of their original appearance. During the year of issue, these pennies were used extensively in daily transactions across America. A single cent had much greater purchasing power than it does today, and pennies played a significant role in commerce. They could be used for small purchases, vending machines, public telephones, and countless everyday transactions. As the coin moved from one pocket to another, it became a silent witness to American life during the early years of the Cold War, a period characterized by industrial expansion, suburban development, and technological progress. Each surviving 1952 D cent carries a tangible connection to this fascinating era of United States history. Collectors pay special attention to strike quality when evaluating 1952 D Lincoln cents. Some examples exhibit exceptionally sharp details on Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears on the reverse. Coins with full and crisp details are highly desirable because they showcase the quality of the minting process. In addition, collectors inspect surfaces for luster, marks, discoloration, and evidence of cleaning. Original coins with natural toning and strong mint luster are generally preferred over pieces that have been altered or improperly cleaned. High-grade examples preserved for decades can still display remarkable beauty and provide an impressive glimpse into how the coin appeared when it first left the Denver Mint. One of the reasons the 1952 D wheat penny remains popular is its accessibility. Many collectors begin their Lincoln cent collections with coins from the 1940s and 1950s because they are historically interesting and relatively affordable. Despite the large number originally produced, finding superb gem-quality examples can be challenging because most entered circulation and accumulated wear over time. As a result, collectors often search through old coin albums, inherited collections, bankrolls, and estate holdings hoping. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat Cent is a classic American 1-cent coin that belongs to one of the most collected coin series in United States history. Issued during the post-World War II era, this penny circulated throughout a nation experiencing rapid economic growth, industrial expansion, and social change. The coin bears a familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on its obverse and the iconic wheat ear reverse that had been used since 1909. By 1949, the Lincoln Wheat Cent had already become an everyday symbol of American commerce, passing through countless hands in stores, banks, schools, and businesses across the country. Although it was worth only 1 cent, the coin represented an important part of daily life at a time when even small amounts of money possessed significant purchasing power. Today, the 1949 wheat penny remains a favorite among collectors because of its historical significance, classic design, and connection to mid-20th century America. The obverse of the 1949 Lincoln Cent features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. This design was groundbreaking when first introduced because it marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on a regularly circulating United States coin. Above Lincoln's portrait appears a national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is positioned to the left of the portrait and the date appears to the right. Brenner's artistic work captures Lincoln's strong facial features and thoughtful expression, reflecting the respect Americans held for the president who preserved the Union during the Civil War. Even after decades of circulation, the elegance of the portrait remains one of the most recognizable images in American numismatics. The design combines simplicity and dignity, making it both aesthetically appealing and historically meaningful. The reverse side of the coin displays the famous wheat cent design. 2 wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while the motto E Pluribus Unum arches across the upper portion. The wheat ears symbolize prosperity, growth, and the agricultural heritage of the United States. This reverse design was used from 1909 through 1958 and became one of the most beloved coin motifs ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Collectors often admire the balance and simplicity of the reverse layout, which effectively communicates the denomination while incorporating patriotic themes. The wheat stalks provide a distinctive appearance that differentiates these coins from later Lincoln memorial cents and contributes to their enduring popularity among collectors. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck from a bronze alloy consisting primarily of copper with smaller amounts of tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 90 millimeters in diameter. Its smooth edge and compact size made it convenient for everyday use. During the late 1940s, minting technology produced coins with strong detail and attractive luster, particularly in uncirculated grades. Newly struck examples exhibited a brilliant reddish-orange color characteristic of fresh copper. Over time, exposure to air and handling caused many coins to develop brown or red-brown surfaces. Collectors classify copper coins according to their color, with fully red examples generally considered the most desirable because they retain much of their original appearance. The year 1949 was an important period in American history. The nation was adapting to peacetime prosperity after World War II while entering the early years of the Cold War. Industries expanded rapidly, suburban communities grew, and technological advancements transformed daily life. The 1949 penny circulated through this changing society and was used in countless transactions. At the time, 1 cent could contribute meaningfully toward purchases that seem inexpensive by modern standards. Children often saved pennies in jars or piggy banks, while adults received them as change in nearly every commercial exchange. As a result, these coins became familiar objects in households throughout the country and served as practical tools of everyday commerce. The Philadelphia Mint produced the 1949 Lincoln Cent without a mint mark, as was standard practice for coins struck at that facility during the era. The coin was manufactured in substantial numbers to meet the demands of a growing economy. While many examples entered circulation immediately, some were saved by collectors and individuals who appreciated the coin's appearance or wished to preserve current year issues. These saved specimens provide modern collectors with opportunities to obtain examples displaying original mint luster and sharp details. Such coins offer a glimpse into the quality and appearance of freshly minted pennies from the late 1940s. Collectors carefully examine Lincoln wheat cents for strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal. A well-struck 1949 penny displays strong detail in Lincoln's hair and facial features, along with sharp wheat lines on the reverse. Coins that escaped heavy circulation often retain attractive luster and minimal contact marks. The condition of a coin significantly affects collector interest because higher-grade examples become increasingly difficult to locate. Many surviving pieces show moderate wear from years of circulation, reflecting the practical role these coins played in American commerce. Nevertheless, even worn examples possess historical value and remain popular additions to Lincoln cent collections. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series is one of the most widely collected coin series in the world. Its popularity stems from its long production period, historical connections, and affordability. Collectors frequently assemble date and mint mark sets, study die varieties, or search for exceptionally preserved examples. The 1949 issue occupies an important position within the series because it represents the post-war era and the continuing legacy of the wheat cent design. Enthusiasts often enjoy comparing coins from different decades to observe changes in minting quality, circulation patterns, and historical context. The 1949 penny serves as a tangible artifact from a transformative period in American history and offers insight into the nation's economic and cultural development. The 1948 Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most recognizable and historically significant 1-cent coins issued by the United States during the 20th century. Produced only a few years after the end of World War II, this coin circulated during a period when America was experiencing economic recovery, industrial growth, and increasing global influence. The coin belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 and remained in production until 1958. By 1948, the wheat penny had become a familiar part of everyday American life, appearing in cash registers, banks, school cafeterias, vending machines, and household savings jars across the nation. Although it represented only a single cent in monetary value, the coin played an important role in daily commerce and reflected the nation's economic activity during a transformative era in American history. Today, the 1948 Lincoln wheat cent continues to be admired by collectors because of its classic design, historical importance, and connection to post-war America. The obverse of the 1948 Lincoln wheat cent features a distinguished portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln faces right, displaying the calm and thoughtful expression that has become one of the most enduring images in American coinage. Above the portrait appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is positioned to the left side. The date is displayed on the right side of the portrait. When the coin was originally introduced in 1909, it became the first circulating American coin to feature an actual historical figure rather than the traditional symbolic representations of liberty. This marked a major change in United States coin design and established a tradition that continues today. The Lincoln portrait remains one of the most successful and longest-running designs in numismatic history, admired for both its artistic quality and historical significance. The reverse side of the 1948 Lincoln cent carries the famous wheat ear design. Two elegant wheat stalks frame the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, while the Latin motto E pluribus unum appears at the top. The wheat stalks symbolize prosperity, abundance, and the agricultural strength that helped shape the United States. The simplicity and balance of the design contributed greatly to its popularity. For nearly 50 years, this reverse design represented the American 1-cent coin and became deeply familiar to generations of citizens. Even after the wheat reverse was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design, collectors continued to appreciate the earlier style for its traditional appearance and historical charm. Today, many enthusiasts consider the wheat penny one of the most attractive and iconic coin designs ever issued by the United States Mint. The 1948 Lincoln wheat cent was struck using a bronze composition consisting primarily of copper, along with small percentages of tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. Its smooth edge and durable metallic composition allowed it to withstand years of circulation. Newly minted examples displayed a bright reddish-orange color and strong mint luster. Over time, natural oxidation caused many pieces to develop red-brown or brown coloration. Collectors often categorize copper coins according to their color designation, with fully red examples generally considered the most desirable because they preserve much of the coin's original appearance. Coins that retain their original mint color after many decades often highly appreciated by collectors due to their visual appeal and rarity in higher grades. The year 1948 represented a significant moment in American history. The nation was adjusting to life after World War II, with millions of veterans returning home and contributing to economic growth. New housing developments appeared across the country, consumer demand increased, and industrial production expanded rapidly. The 1948 Lincoln wheat penny circulated during this dynamic period and became part of countless everyday transactions. Pennies were used regularly because even small amounts of money possessed meaningful purchasing power. People received them as change from grocery stores, movie theaters, restaurants, and local businesses. Children often collected pennies for savings projects, while adults carried them in their pockets as an essential part of daily commerce. Every surviving 1948 penny therefore serves as a small but tangible connection to post-war American society. Coins dated 1948 were produced at several United States mint facilities. Examples struck at the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark, while those produced at the Denver and San Francisco mints display D and S mint marks respectively. Each mint facility contributed to meeting the nation's demand for circulating coinage. Although millions of examples were produced, many entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear through years of use. As a result, well-preserved specimens displaying strong details and original surfaces remain especially attractive to collectors. Mint-state examples that have survived with minimal contact marks offer a remarkable glimpse into the quality and appearance of newly struck coins from the late 1940s. Collectors pay close attention to the quality of the strike when evaluating a 1948 Lincoln wheat cent. A sharply struck coin reveals detailed features in Lincoln's hair, forehead, bow tie, and coat, while the reverse displays clear wheat lines and crisp lettering. Strike quality can vary depending on the condition of the dies used during production. In addition to strike sharpness, collectors examine luster, color, and surface preservation. Coins that retain original mint luster often exhibit a distinctive cartwheel effect when rotated under light. Such characteristics contribute significantly to a coin's desirability and overall collector appeal. Natural toning, attractive coloration, and minimal surface disturbances can further enhance the visual beauty of a well-preserved specimen. The 1945 Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most historically important 1-cent coins in United States numismatic history because it was struck during the final year of World War II. This coin circulated at a time when the world was experiencing dramatic political, military, and economic changes. As American soldiers served overseas and factories supported the war effort, the humble Lincoln cent remained an essential part of daily commerce across the nation. The coin belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which was introduced in 1909 and remained in production until 1958. By 1945, the Lincoln wheat penny had already become one of the most recognized and widely used coins in the United States. Millions of Americans handled these coins every day while purchasing food, transportation, newspapers, and household necessities. Today, the 1945 Lincoln wheat cent is treasured by collectors because of its connection to World War II history, its classic design, and its role in one of the most significant periods of the 20th century. The obverse of the 1945 Lincoln wheat cent features a famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on American coinage in 1909. Lincoln faces right with a dignified and thoughtful expression that reflects his reputation as one of the nation's greatest leaders. Above the portrait appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is located to the left side and the date appears on the right. The introduction of Lincoln's portrait marked a historic change in American coinage because it was the first regularly circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical individual rather than a symbolic figure of liberty. More than a century later, Lincoln's portrait remains a defining feature of the American 1-cent coin and one of the most enduring images in United States monetary history. The reverse side displays the classic wheat cent design that gave the series its popular nickname. Two wheat ears curve gracefully along the edges of the coin, surrounding the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these inscriptions appears the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The wheat stalks symbolize prosperity, agricultural success, and the productive strength of the American nation. The reverse design is admired for its simplicity and balance, qualities that help make the wheat penny one of the most beloved coin designs ever issued by the United States Mint. Generations of Americans grew up recognizing the wheat ears, and many collectors continue to regard this reverse as one of the most attractive designs in American numismatic history. The 1945 Lincoln wheat cent was struck from a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. Following the temporary steel cent experiment of 1943, the United States Mint returned to copper alloy production using recycled shell-case brass and other copper materials. As a result, the 1945 penny possesses a familiar copper appearance that collectors associate with traditional Lincoln wheat cents. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Freshly minted examples displayed brilliant red surfaces and strong mint luster. Over decades of circulation and environmental exposure, many pieces toned to shades of red-brown or brown. Collectors often classify these coins according to color, with fully red examples generally being the most desirable because they preserve much of their original mint appearance. The historical context surrounding the 1945 Lincoln wheat cent greatly enhances its significance. During 1945, World War II reached a conclusion with major events occurring across Europe and the Pacific. American factories operated at extraordinary levels of production, supporting military operations while preparing for the transition to peacetime economic activity. The penny circulated through cities, towns, military communities, and industrial centers during this historic year. It passed through the hands of workers, soldiers on leave, shopkeepers, students, and families who were living through one of the most important periods in modern history. Every surviving 1945 cent represents a tangible connection to the generation that experienced the final stages of the war and the beginning of a new era. The coin was produced at multiple United States mint facilities. Coins struck in Philadelphia carried no mint mark, while those produced at Denver and San Francisco displayed D and S mint marks beneath the date. Each mint worked to supply the nation with sufficient coinage to support commercial activity. Millions of examples entered circulation immediately and performed their intended function in daily transactions. Because pennies were used extensively, many surviving examples exhibit signs of wear, scratches, and surface marks accumulated through years of handling. Nevertheless, large numbers of collectors preserved examples in albums and collections, allowing modern enthusiasts to study coins that remain close to their original condition. Collectors evaluate 1945 Lincoln wheat cents according to several important factors. Strike quality is one of the most significant considerations. Well-struck examples display strong detail in Lincoln's hair, cheek, jawline, and coat, while the reverse reveals sharply defined wheat kernels and clear lettering. Coins with original mint luster and minimal contact marks are especially desirable. In uncirculated condition, the surfaces often display an attractive cartwheel effect when viewed under proper lighting. Natural toning can also enhance visual appeal, producing attractive shades ranging from golden brown to deep chocolate or even subtle iridescent hues. Collectors generally prefer coins with original, undisturbed surfaces because they more accurately represent the coin's historical integrity. The 1941 Lincoln wheat cent is one of the most historically fascinating 1-cent coins in American numismatic history. Issued during a pivotal year that marked the beginning of the United States' direct involvement in World War II, this coin represents a nation on the verge of tremendous change. The Lincoln wheat cent series had already been in circulation for more than 3 decades by 1941 and was firmly established as the standard 1-cent coin used throughout the country. Millions of Americans encountered these pennies every day while purchasing groceries, newspapers, transportation tickets, and household goods. Although small in size and modest in face value, the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny became an important part of daily life during a period when the world was experiencing economic uncertainty and political tension. Today, the coin remains highly popular among collectors because of its historical significance, classic design, and connection to one of the most important eras of the 20th century. The obverse of the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent features a distinguished portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on American coinage in 1909. Lincoln is shown facing right with a calm and thoughtful expression that reflects his reputation as one of the nation's greatest leaders. Above the portrait appears the inscription, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is positioned on the left side and the date appears on the right. When the Lincoln cent was introduced, it became the first regularly circulating United States coin to depict an actual historical figure instead of the traditional image of liberty. This innovation transformed American coinage and established a tradition that continues to this day. The Lincoln portrait remains one of the most recognizable images ever placed on a United States coin. The reverse side of the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent displays the famous wheat ear design that gave the series its popular nickname. Two elegant wheat stalks frame the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. At the top appears the Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The wheat ears symbolize agricultural abundance, national prosperity, and the productive strength of the American people. This reverse design was used from 1909 through 1958 and became one of the most beloved motifs in American numismatic history. Its simple yet balanced appearance contributed greatly to the popularity of the Lincoln Wheat series and continues to attract collectors more than a century after its introduction. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny was struck from a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper with small percentages of tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Its durable composition allowed it to withstand years of circulation while maintaining recognizable details. Newly minted examples displayed bright red surfaces and strong luster that reflected the quality of mint production during the period. As decades passed, natural oxidation caused many examples to develop red-brown or brown coloration. Collectors classify copper coins according to these color categories, with fully red examples generally commanding the greatest attention because they preserve the coin's original appearance. The rich copper composition gives the 1941 cent a warm and attractive appearance that remains appealing to collectors today. The historical environment surrounding the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent adds greatly to its importance. Throughout much of the year, the United States remained officially neutral while war expanded across Europe and Asia. American industries increased production, military preparedness expanded, and public attention focused increasingly on international developments. Later in the year, the attack on Pearl Harbor dramatically altered the course of American history and led the United States into World War II. Pennies dated 1941 circulated before and after these historic events, making them direct witnesses to one of the most significant turning points in modern history. Every surviving example carries a connection to this remarkable period when the nation transitioned from peacetime concerns to wartime mobilization. The 1941 Lincoln cent were produced at several United States mint facilities. Coins struck at Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those produced at Denver and San Francisco display D and S mint marks beneath the date. The mint worked diligently to produce sufficient coinage for the growing American economy, ensuring that businesses and consumers had adequate supplies of small change. Millions of 1941 cents entered circulation immediately upon release and were used extensively throughout the country. Because of their widespread use, many surviving examples show evidence of wear from decades of handling. Nonetheless, collectors preserve some coins in rolls, albums, and personal collections, allowing future generations to enjoy examples that remain in remarkably high condition. Collectors evaluate 1941 Lincoln wheat cents according to several important criteria. Strike quality is among the most significant factors. A well-struck coin displays strong detail in Lincoln's hair, ear, cheek, and bow tie, while the reverse reveals clearly defined wheat kernels and sharp lettering. Coins exhibiting full detail and strong mint luster are particularly desirable. Original surfaces free from cleaning or excessive damage are also highly valued because they preserve the coin's authenticity and historical character. Natural toning may produce attractive shades of gold, brown, or reddish copper, adding visual appeal and individuality to each specimen.